How's everybody doing today? I'm Mike with Mike's Homestead. Many of you may not know, I'm actually from the state of Wisconsin. About a half hour from Illinois state border and about 45 minutes from Lake Michigan. I'm in the southeastern part of Wisconsin. I don't know if you know it, but we've always had crazy weather in Wisconsin. I know there's crazy weather everywhere, but for example, the start of this week, we'll today's Sunday, but starting last Sunday, there was 2 inches, 3 inches of snow on the ground. By Tuesday, it got to 60 degrees, it rained all day, and then the next day. Then after that, the temperatures hit 0 and stayed there for about 2 days. Everything froze, and then we had a snowstorm, and now we got 6 inches of snow on the ground. So that's just an example of a crazy day or a crazy week in the state of Wisconsin. They always say, you know, if you ever want to know what the weather is, just wait. It's going to change from time to time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go over some of the clothing I wear, because most of the winter months I only spend about 50% of my day outside, but I do go out quite a bit having a farm and a small homestead. So I just kind of want to go over my winter clothing and kind of temperature differences on what I wear. So we're going to discuss that. Well, to get started, I'm just going to go with what I got on, my daily garments. Basically, I got my cotton t-shirt, and these are a pair of carpenter's pants. I either have cargo pants or camouflage pants, whatever the case may be, just my standard pants. Now, one of the biggest things is somewhere around October, I like to actually start putting on long underwear. And I own probably about 15 pairs of these. And that's one thing you can never have too many of is long underwear. I put these on about October because the temperatures start dipping around 50 to 40. So that's where a good start is, just your daily wear. Now, one thing I can't stress enough is good footwear. I'm a big believer in good boots. In fact, it works out really nice. My neighbor works at a boot shop, so he gets me every kind of boot I want. But this is a pair of Carolinas. They got a composite toe and a composite shank in them. And then I put these toe guards. These were actually designed for Red Wings, but they glue on. They're glue-on design. Now, these are just my standard everyday boot. I wear these pretty much when it starts getting cold. These are a waterproof boot. These are a very good boot. Another thing is I have the fire resistant lacing in there too, so if I'm welding or anything, I do not melt my laces. At least that's a theory. I haven't done it yet. This pair of boots, I usually get about a year and a half out of these boots. So these are my standard footwear, pretty much anything above 20 degrees. Now, the next thing I get into is these are my works. These are a higher cut boot. They have thin slate in them. I would say I have no problems with 5 below 0 standing in a pile of snow half the day. My feet will stay warm in this boot. They are a good boot. And once again, my friend next door, he got these for me. So that's one thing I definitely believe in is good footwear. And like I said, these are a very nice warm boot. They're not the greatest in traction, but they're waterproof, they're warm. And I'd have to say, like mud and stuff doesn't really stick to the tread of them very well, so which is good. You can kick the stuff off really easy and keep moving. Now, we've already discussed boots. Now, the next thing I always concerned about is I always hat, proper hat wear. So this is just a normal baseball cap. This is not a vented cap. It's got a couple small vents, but this will hold heat in. I have long hair and a beard, and I do this a lot of times just for winter. But I put my long hair in my hat, and that keeps my head pretty much warm. Then to get started with my day, usually just around the house, just to have, you know, just a normal long sleeve. I talked about my long underwear. This is a shirt. I got about 10 of these shirts. They're 50-50, 50 cotton, 50 polyester. On an average, I will just wear this around the house, and this is my standard long sleeve shirt that goes over the top of my t-shirt, my undergarment. So a lot of times you may even see me in my videos, I'm always wearing one of these because this is just to keep warm just in a normal atmosphere. So now I got long skivvies, undergarments, and I got my long shirt on. Now the next thing is if I want to go outside, well, I got my 50-50 here going on. Let's see what else is next. The next thing I will do is I will go to my hoodie. This one here is about 50 or it's like 70% cotton and the rest is polyester. I will usually go to a hoodie. Now just these two pieces of gear right here, in about 35 degree weather, as long as you're moving, you would be sufficient just in this outfit. anything about 35 degrees, somewhere around there. Like I said, if you're moving. Anything more, you'd probably get too hot. I'm a high believer in layers. One thing with our weather changes so much around here, I like different layers. So a lot of times, okay, this is what I'm going to wear on a standard day. Well, sun goes down, it starts getting a little more chilly. I always believe in at least one hood. Always cover your ears up. Then I get this one here is 100% polyester. And I'll throw this one over the top. Now I'm good to about 20 degrees. My ears are covered. The only problem is it's going to start getting windy out. So we're going to zip this one up. Next, well, if it's going to get that windy, I'm worried about my ears now. I'm going to ace this cap. And I'm just going to go to, it's a double ply. It's basically got 2 layers of material. Just a regular beanie cap. And this is a short one, just so I don't have too much material, because you will get hot if you're moving around too much. So this covers my ears, and then I'm covered there. Next we're going to get into is once you start getting below 30, you start hitting the 20s. I don't like being outside very long like this, because I will get cold. So next thing I'm going to get into is my bibs. These are a pair of Dickies. They're 100% cotton on the outside, 100% polyester on the inside. You slip these buggies on quick. Alright. Almost looks like I've done this before. Basically give her a zip up. Now yesterday, it was 15 degrees out, and the sun was shining. Excuse me a second. Sun was shining. And to be honest with you, my back and my shoulders were starting to get cold. This was about 3, 4 o'clock in the evening. The sun was shining, but it's just starting to go over the trees. Now at this point, my shoulders and stuff were getting cold. So I go to my hoodie, or my flannel. This is a insulated flannel. It's got a cotton liner, a polyester inside, and then a cotton outside. It's roughly about 70-30. And this is my outer layer. And pretty much now at this point, I would say I'm pretty good up to is about 0 degrees. Once I get below 0, then I actually have another Dickies top, or a Carhartt top, or a military top that I have too, that I would probably even put over this. More than likely it only gets that cold once in a blue moon. So this is standard. My standard outfit for the temperatures that we have around here. And then, like I said, if you start getting hot when you're working, you can shed your layers. Whew, here's 5 degrees. Oh my God. Whew, that takes some temperature off. Well, having long hair, I start sweating, so I take my cap off too. And like I said, you can unlayer. You can work with this stuff. You can just do this if you have to. And this will keep you layered up. You start getting cold, you start zipping the layers back up. Now, the last but not least is gloves. I use all kinds of sorts of gloves. I usually use mechanics gloves in normal temperatures, and then I have some Thinsulate mechanics gloves too, but those even get too cold. This is actually outside, it's got like a leather material, and then an insulator, and like a cotton on the inside. They're reasonably priced, but roughly I could say this pair of gloves is 4 years old, and there's no holes, no tears, nothing in it. And my hands always stay warm in these, so that's basically what I got. This is an average day around here in the state of Wisconsin during the winter. So, I hope hopefully you that haven't really lived in cold temperatures and you had to go to the cold, this is my suggestion. Layers is definitely good. I had a friend that lived in Florida. He used to come up here all the time, and that was what he used to do. He'd just bring layers and layers and layers. So if this was all helpful to you guys and you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, a question, any kind of remark, because I've heard about everything. So you guys take it easy, and I'll talk to you later.